healing crystals, skincare routines, knitting a sweater, fitting in jeans. With Katie and Sarah, no need to worry, you're on a lady journey.
Hi, welcome to Lady Journey. I know we always do like the pre-lap of us like getting ready and stuff, but then I still did a take to camera as though it was just going to be clicking on. Hi, welcome to Lady Journey. We have the amazing Laura Sogar here with us today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you so much.
Was your journey
thrilled.
Far from here?
My journey to here was on
journeys.
the N train.
Oh, okay.
For like an hour.
Yes,
Yes.
You're
It was
downtown
great.
Brooklyn. That's
But
where
at least
you
it's
live,
one
right?
train.
Yeah, exactly.
train?
It was. There were options that may have been a hair faster, but I had to transfer, and I was like, not in the rain.
Oh
Don't
my
trust it.
gosh.
Nope, I'm taking one journey.
What's your least favorite transfer in the city? Do you have one where you're
There's
like,
that like nonsense, like near Wall Street where it's like you can transfer to the 2, but like you walk for 8 to 10 minutes. And I'm like,
Underground?
yeah. And
Yeah.
also confusing. Not
Yes.
just walking, like it's not like, one avenue over. It's like a maze.
yes, you're
And
spiraling in. Yes.
Hates that. I know I can't accomplish it. Not in there. Usually I can beat the time that they're estimating. Never can beat the time for this.
Yes.
There's
That's
so
my
many
least favorite.
upsetting underground passages in New York City that you have to go through. Like my worst one is the 2 train. It's the 1, 2, 3, and then you're trying to get to the L. Right,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're
Okay.
on the 2, and then you
Yes.
have to go. You're walking a long block underground, and you're looking around like there's ne'er do wells. There's a man hobbling towards you. You're trying to go fast. It's sloped. You're slipping down.
Yes.
It's
It's
wild.
wet for no reason.
Yes.
There's no exposure to the outside, but it's wet.
The
Guys,
elements.
There's a crazy artist guy.
There's always an
Really?
artist down there, and he's got and the art is bad.
It
It's
looks
not
like
good.
a psychosis breakdown. It's happening.
Yes, and
It's
then
kind
there's- Sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say, it's kind of like we live in Hogwarts. Like
Yes.
New York as a whole is, and it's just like, good luck.
Yes.
It's like a
This tunnel won't be here tomorrow, and you won't know why.
Yeah, you'll never make it back.
It's the weird one that I don't like doing is the Times Square one from the NQRW
Yes.
to the ACE.
Yeah.
And to me, it's an Escher drawing I'm walking in because it's a lot of upstairs,
Truly.
down there, through there, and then a ramp. And then sometimes I'm like, I thought I took the right stairs, and then it's like a straight down to hell to the 7
Yes,
platform.
and you can see the
Yeah.
correct. You
Yeah.
can see the correct stairway as you're just on an escalator going
You're
miles.
You're at the S train for no reason.
Yeah. You're like, what is the S train?
That is
Yeah.
not, why does that
Yeah.
exist?
Have you ever? I've done it once,
Me
and
too.
it wasn't a thing that saved any time in my life.
It was
The longest journey I've ever. It made things longer than
Yes.
it needed to be.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the appendix. It's the appendix. Oh, I'm so excited to have you here today, Laura, because you just took an amazing trip to Thailand.
I did.
We want to hear all about it. How many days were you there?
We did it kind of as a longer thing. We were gone for like I think 2.5 weeks in total because
Okay.
it's far away.
It's far,
If you're
so
gonna
you-
go,
Yeah.
it's very difficult to adjust to the time zones because it's the other side. So it's
Yes.
12. It's
Okay.
all the time.
Wow.
Is
Wow.
it near the equator? It's
I-
hot.
I think
Hot,
so.
right?
It's hot.
Yes.
It's warm. It's like in the it's humid,
kinda all year round,
rainforesty
right?
kind of
Okay.
thing. I think all year round. I'm pretty
Gotcha.
sure.
So walk us through. Did you have a dream of going to Thailand? Were you like, we just picked it?
No, I've always wanted to go. I love Thai food. Did you know that was like an actual initiative by the Thai government?
To work on their cuisine.
Literally, they will
Wow.
subsidize people in other countries opening Thai restaurants, and they'll give them a menu, like all the graphics and stuff like that. That's why it always
Wow.
looks kind of similar. And I think even in some cases they'll like help fund like you putting the deposit down on the rent or whatever like that. And it was part of the tourism initiative from them.
That's genius.
It's so smart. They
that's
have
great
tiers.
branding.
Absolutely.
God.
So like that's why there's Thai, because why Thailand? Like not Indonesian food
Yeah.
all over the place. Like they're
Right.
right. They're all basically the same food. Like it's
Yes.
right there.
It is. It's
But-
free marketing.
But Thai food, and I'm a huge fan. So it's like, let's go.
What's your dish? What do you love?
Oh my God. I love pad see ew. It's
Okay.
probably not even like, they didn't even really have that over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of the curries. Like I really love all of
I
it.
love a curry.
Yeah,
I love.
I've been into the red curry.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The
I like
sweet
a basil,
coconut milk.
the basil dish too.
Yeah, super good.
I mean, of course, I love a pad thai, but you feel basic ordering that. You feel
I know.
almost
Okay.
you want to
Yes.
apologize as a white woman. Like, I know there's other dishes, but I just really like
It's
this
the
one.
California roll of pad
But
thai.
I will
Or
say, once I
Thai.
got there, I ordered pad thai like exclusively because I was like, honestly, I kind of like American Thai food.
That
Interesting.
happens.
Yeah.
I get that this is more authentic and it's obviously delicious, but
Yes.
I don't know. It's literally designed for my taste
Yeah.
where
Right,
I'm from.
right.
So
It's like the Chinese food there where they say like if you get Chinese food, even though like the owners are clearly Chinese immigrants and they're clearly cooking what you would think is authentic, it's like it's actually been calibrated for your palate.
I've
Exactly.
even had that. We would eat at Indian restaurants in Houston, and I didn't know this, and my mom's like, "We're going to an Indian restaurant where one of our coworkers is actually Indian," and it was off this main drag in Houston that's actually known for a lot of Indian. And we went there, and I was like, this is different.
yeah,
It was
Interesting.
so different. We're like, we were picking out bone in our stew. It was like they shot the protein with a shotgun.
Oh wow.
shrapnel. You're like,
And the desserts were different. It was just like, this wasn't the butter chicken I'm used to. Do you know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Butter chicken is the
Yeah.
pad thai of Indian food. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Though. So I went there and I was like, why does this pad thai have, it tastes really fishy?
Yes.
Yes, a lot of fish sauce.
I love
Which
fish oil. Yeah.
I know you guys obviously go
Yeah.
off, but
It's a taste. It's a
Yeah.
taste.
for me, I'll, you know.
Not used to it. Yes.
So I felt very uncultured the whole time. I was like, oh no.
I also love Thai coffee. Is that a thing or is that not a thing over
It
here?
is, but it's so sweet. I guess
The condensed milk.
I love that. Ugh.
but here it's like, no, that's not normal. Obviously there it's normal, but here we have like a more, it's not as much sugar here.
Okay,
I
that's
had one
wild,
there and I was
because
like,
here
which
it's
is insane.
insane,
I
yes.
thought that we couldn't get more sweet than
Yeah.
the one we
Yeah.
have here. I
That's
thought
why
that
you're
was
off
it.
the wall when I can only
Exactly.
do it at like 4 a.m. because
Yeah,
I will be
yeah.
up for the rest of the day.
I love
Yeah.
those too, though.
It's
I love
so
anything
good.
flavored Thai. Is it Thai iced tea?
They have
Is that
They
what
have
I'm
that
thinking
too.
of? I
Yeah,
love the
which
Thai
is
iced
kinda the
tea. That's
same
what I love.
thing.
I got one there and I was like, I genuinely, this is a syrup. I cannot drink this. So I didn't drink it. I was just
Yeah.
like, okay.
Wow.
But it was like 40 cents. So
Yeah.
the
Wow.
conversion
Oh
rate's
my gosh,
definitely
I
in
love
our
the
favor.
conversion.
But that's
Very
the best
much
part of it may be expensive to get there, but once
Right.
you're there, you're saving money.
Oh,
Yes.
you feel like, a Shaw or something
Yeah.
like that. I'm like, oh my, who am I?
Yeah,
the
no.
Rockefeller over here.
flight there. Did you fly? How many stops did you take on the way there?
So we did a little bit different because I was like trying to balance it with work and not take just like a month off because you
Yes.
can't really do that. So we went to LA first, which was helpful because we like started adjusting to the time.
Oh, good.
And Matt had a whole bunch of shows there. So we stayed there for a few days at Sophie Bottle's place, actually.
fun.
Did a little apartment
She
swap.
by Coastal?
She comes here a lot.
Okay.
A fair amount. So she was
Who
here
are
for like,
these people that can afford to come here all the time?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, she stayed at my place.
Well,
so.
good for her.
Oh, that's good. Apartment
Watch my
swap.
cat.
Yeah,
it was
that's
great.
perfect.
So we went to LA first, and then from there we went to Hawaii for like 3 days. Literally more as an extended layover than anything else.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Did more comedy over there, which was really fun, and then also like adjusted a little bit more on the time zones because we were trying to like
Yeah.
make it more soft and then not have to take as much time off work.
Also, I feel like I would be a very productive person if I moved west once a week, meaning because I get up at like 7 in the
my
morning.
gosh.
Oh,
When
yeah.
You're getting up at like the crack of dawn. You're like, who am I?
Yeah, and I
Am
get
I
up-
a surgeon?
Yeah, you feel like very like green juice healthy girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is me, but like
I
I woke up
love
at
this
11
lifestyle.
a.m. Eastern time. So we did that, and then from there we went to into Bangkok, so like
Okay.
through Korea. Then on the way back, we stopped in Seoul and did 2 nights there.
I want to go to
my
Korea.
Gosh, was it amazing?
South Korea.
Oh my god, I love. Yeah, I would love to go to North Korea, but
Yeah, you can't get out.
yeah, not that bad. I'm all set. No, yeah, I loved it. Oh my god, I was obsessed. I definitely want to go back.
I love their fried chicken.
We went to
my
a Korean fried
gosh.
chicken
They're
place.
so good at fried chicken.
So good. It
Yeah.
was delicious.
I also like their
Delicious.
rice dishes where it gets crunchy on the bottom.
Yeah.
The bimbap or whatever.
The
Bibimbap.
bibimbap. I live. I live close to K Town, so I always love getting that stuff over there. Oh my god, or like Korean barbecue.
Ah,
so
so
much good
good.
food.
It was
so much
delicious.
amazing food. So, what was your like top 3 things that you did in Thailand that you would absolutely recommend anybody
Oh,
to?
I got engaged. So I recommend that.
Yes.
Nice.
So put that on the list.
Did you do it on the beach where
Yes.
they did Leonardo DiCaprio's
Well,
film?
get this. I was going to. I was like, oh my God, that'll be great.
Yes.
Right? Except for then I looked up the plot of that film because I'd never seen it. Pretty dark.
It's wild.
It's
What's
not
that
like a
movie called?
romance at all.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like
at all.
people are like
No.
going missing, right?
Yeah, it's like creepy.
It's like the beach or like the Oasis
The beach.
or something.
The beach.
Yes.
Yes.
The beach.
I feel like Thailand went through a bad
Period.
branding period because you had Broke Down Palace the
Broke
same
Down
time,
Palace,
which
yep.
is a fear of mine. It's a bit. She was hooked up with this guy. He put something in her luggage, and it was cocaine in this statue. And then she's
Locked up abroad.
incarcerated for
In a Thai prison.
and they don't fuck around.
And
No, they
it's-
don't.
It's
Yeah.
a true story.
Yeah.
It is a true story.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so glad.
So glad I got engaged.
Got engaged instead of smuggling drugs.
Yeah.
It was one of the choices. Yeah, no, they're really like it's pretty intense over there. You can't
Yeah.
talk shit about the king, which I was like, all I like
Is
to
that
do
the
is
tattoo guy?
oh my God, now I can talk shit about him. Not that I would. He's a great guy.
Love him.
He
Love the king. He's a big supporter.
yeah, friend of the
the king.
pod, the king of Thailand. But he is this this guy who's, you know, I guess it's like a lineage thing, and he recently became king like a couple like maybe 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And he's like really flamboyant.
Yeah.
Like
He's maybe
I
bi.
think in maybe another country he wouldn't necessarily have the sexuality that he has there. You know,
Gotcha.
being
Yeah.
married to a woman, which is great.
he is.
Yeah.
He's
It's weird that they don't let him do whatever the heck he wants because
weird
that's
'cause-
kind of their thing is like freedom and a lot of that stuff. But I guess not for the king.
yeah, because it isn't there's sex industry there.
Yes, it's really out in the open,
Notorious.
and like there's like so much support of trans people. There's trans people everywhere. I was
Yeah,
like,
and they're
what?
amazing looking.
They look unbelievable. It was honestly like
Yeah.
inspiring. I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta get my shit together. Like,
Yeah.
with glass skin. So they would do. So they're very supportive on that side, but then the king is like. He wears like these crop tops and like he's like all over the place.
It's like he comes
loves
in
to
at, like-
party.
yeah.
And he lives in Europe.
Oh my God, he does seem like he would love the pod.
Yeah, honestly,
We gotta
yeah, he
get him on
probably
here.
would.
We gotta get him
Yeah.
on here.
But he doesn't even live in Thailand. He lives in
Wow.
full, like, I want to say like Amsterdam or something. I'm kind of
Weird.
making that up. I'm not
Yeah.
exactly sure where.
That's fine. We do that all the time here
Yeah,
on Lady
I'm
Journey.
spreading misinformation.
Oh, that's okay.
right now.
He's a
Journey.
royal. He
It's
can
my
he can do what he wants.
Yes, he can. But like, can you imagine if that was happening to one of our politicians, our top guys, and we weren't allowed to say anything?
Yeah.
Or you go
Yeah.
to jail.
That is wild to live in
That
a
would be
country. Yeah.
So, do you, as a foreign person, like saying something on the street, like you'll go
get
to
in
jail?
trouble.
Wow,
You'll get in trouble
that's
for sure.
very
they're,
interesting.
They're very firm. They're like, do not. Like, I mean, you
Wow.
obviously it depends if you get caught or not, right? But
Yeah,
it's
but
just
you still don't
not
want to fuck around with it.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not worth it. And also, I'm like, I don't need to. There's plenty of things to talk about with American politicians
Yeah.
and leaders. I'll stick to.
Well, he sounds
You're
like a
like,
lovely
I don't
guy.
need to be an edgelord over it.
I don't need to be a Thai edgelord. It's fine.
Yes, yeah.
If you're Thai and listening to this and I was already offensive, I'm so sorry.
Yes, we do apologize. Please keep listening.
Yeah, please don't tell your government because
Now-
I'd like to go back.
No, walk us through the engagement because you
Yes.
proposed,
I proposed to him.
which is so Lady Journey. We love it.
It was a lady journey, very much so. It was
Did you know going in?
I had bought the ring about a year before.
Okay.
So
Let me see this.
yeah.
Isn't
Love
it
it.
gorgeous? It's a beautiful,
Love
it's a
it.
beautiful sky blue sapphire with two diamonds on the side, or are
Yes.
they sapphires also?
They're diamonds. I found this little lesbian lady who like runs her own like jewelry store, and they're all like ethically sourced.
Oh my God, what's the
allegedly,
name?
she's
What's the
probably.
name?
Oh God, I should know this.
Email me. I'll put
Yeah.
it in the notes.
Put
I'll
it in the notes.
It's
I
a
love
gorgeous
her.
piece. Absolutely gorgeous.
It's beautiful. She's probably like just buying them on Amazon or something. But I was just like, she was like, they're from like women-run mines. I'm like, yes, bitch, yes, they are.
Yes, that's hilarious.
I love that.
I love women
Love that
mine
for you.
miners.
It's just a bunch of white women mining.
Yeah. They do yoga and then they have green tea and then they
And they
mine
mine.
for 3 hours and then they get back out and they're all lesbians. I'm like,
Sounds great.
I'll pay triple. Like,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yes, I love it.
So ordered that, was pretty pleased about the whole thing. And then was trying to figure out a time that we should like, you know, actually get engaged. And then also part of me was like, maybe he'll beat me to the punch. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which was more just like a fun, like, will he, won't he kind of
Yes.
situation. We went
chicken.
to Italy in the summer for like a couple days. And I was like, well, this is kind of like, if you're going to do
We're
it,
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is one of the spots.
It's a
right?
trip. Yeah.
It's a trip. We were staying in a, God, I always pronounce this wrong and sound really uncultured. Cinque Terre, I think it is.
Okay. Cinque Terre.
Oh, that sounds way better than what I said. I go, Cinque Terre.
I've seen.
I've been there. Call me by your
I've
name.
seen Gucci. What was the Gucci movie?
Oh yeah. With Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
House of Gucci.
House of Gucci. Yeah.
She was good. I love her.
It was great. Astounding film.
Yes.
So that is like right on the coast and extremely picturesque. It's I highly recommend. Highly recommend. It's like these little villages that are connected by a train, but you can also hike between.
Ooh.
And it's a hell of a hike. It's really, really hard. But then there's like a village, so you could stop for like lasagna and like a spritz.
A hearty meal.
And then
Fuel yourself.
and then you keep hiking. It's a psychotic feeling. I'm full of cheese, but I gotta hit the trails. Oh, there's no bathroom. So he didn't do it there, and I was just like, oh my God, this guy's never gonna pull it together. So like, let's make this happen. So then when we went to Thailand, I was like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
And it was great. I also wanted to like, I think it's 2024. It doesn't really happen, or 2023 at that point. It doesn't. I still haven't seen that many women proposing.
Pink has done it.
Me and
Pink
Pink.
did it.
Same.
Yes, and look how well she's doing.
She's doing well.
Yeah. She's
Right?
in the air. Yes, and they're still married.
Huge.
Yeah.
It's great.
She's Pink. She can do whatever she wants.
She'll let you know with her music. It's like kind of the whole thing.
Did you have any type of like pushback with like family or like criticism? I mean, it is, you are really putting a tradition on its ear, proposing as the woman in a straight relationship.
Yeah.
In, gay culture, it's open waters. There's two proposals, one person's proposing, whatever. So it does seem interesting that we still we're so accepting of gay culture. But we're so archaic with the straight relationship, and the proposing is such the man's duty.
I 100% agree. It was such a strange situation because like we do so much weird shit in relationships. There are poly groups. You can have, the age gaps are all over the place. Like people can do whatever they want.
But God forbid.
Oh my God.
Especially because both parties usually are talking about getting engaged. Do you know what I mean? It's
You don't
not
want
like
it
a
to be
shocker.
coming out of the blue.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, to be clear, I did I did make sure to like kind of field this with him a while ago, and just because I didn't want to fully surprise him with that.
Yes.
That would be kind of a little rude, I think, because considering it's obviously it's a big ask on his part too.
Yes or no? Now. Yeah.
In front of his friends and family.
Yeah, I know. He's like, I'm like, well, and he was like, yeah, I think actually that'd be really cool. He was very supportive of the whole thing. He's like, it is kind of weird that this is such a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
So it was
felt
another
it
green
out.
flag on his part.
Yes.
No, are you saying that you felt it out if he would be okay with a proposal, or you felt out
if he'd be okay with a proposal? And then we knew in general that we were going to get married at some like
Yes.
we'd bought property together. Like,
Yes.
like,
Yeah,
what-
right.
that's more of a contract than a fucking marriage.
It is.
Yes,
It is.
truly.
It is.
So I felt it out with him. He would express that he was okay with it. My family didn't give a shit. They were like, yeah, if you know me, I'm in a lot of different ways. So they were like, this is fair. This makes sense.
I would almost feel that you're an alpha woman. Do you identify in that way?
Yeah.
You get shit done.
You have an energy.
You start
have a.
shifts. You're
I do.
working. You're doing it all.
I try to just, I think, be independent and be able to just make money and like do what I want to do. And when in that effort, you typically end up, you guys both have the same, I think any women comedian has this to a degree.
To a degree.
Compared to like what you might find just out in the fucking streets.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I'm an alpha to my betas.
Yeah.
I'm the alpha in the beta group.
We'll take it. Yeah. We'll allow it.
I like that. Yes. I say this about myself. If you're on your period, I will sink to you. That's where I'm at on the
Sense
spectrum.
it.
I have a
come to you.
submissive uterus.
Yes.
No, that's great though. So you were at the beach, you set the scene, you set the camera up.
So we had this whole day. It was lovely. We went on a little hike. Then we had like a couples massage. Then afterwards, this was hilarious. Matt was trying to like pick a fight. You know how just sometimes on vacation you're like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Like, let's fight. And I was just like, we're not doing that right now.
Not today.
Put a nice outfit on right now. We've got dinner reservations ASAP.
Yeah.
And he was shocked. Like I've never just been like, yeah, whatever we're not.
Yeah.
Shut it down. But I was successful.
Wow.
It was great.
That's great.
Was the argument kind of trivial? So you
100%. It was
could
about
shut
like,
it down.
like it was about something comedy. Like, I don't even remember, but it was one of those ones where I was just like, I was so insistent on him dropping it. He was like scared a little bit. And then he was like, what the hell is going on? And then later on he was like, oh yes, exactly.
Yes.
So we had a lovely day. I had this dress that I brought 3 different dresses, and I was like all stressed out about like, what to wear and stuff. And then we went out to the beach, and I put up a little tripod with my phone. Thanks, comedy. I've learned how to do that now pretty quickly.
We know.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to
Audio-visual.
film a set of me proposing. Waited for everybody to leave, and I was like pretending like we were just going to take a cute picture together and like do the automatic timer. But then I just put it on a video.
Nice.
I went around. It was really
yes.
cute.
I love that. I love the deception involved.
Oh yeah,
Just a photo.
lies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
In
nice.
retrospect, there was like every clue. Oh, but we were talking about the beach. I was considering doing it at the beach before because I was like, stunning. Read about it, realized it was like kind of creepy and not really the vibe. Then we got there. When I tell you this was the most crowded beach I've ever seen, I truly mean it, because every single tourist in the region is there. And we had done a little bit of drugs, like a little bit of shrooms going there. And I was just like, this is not the vibe. So I had my ring in the bag and I was just like,
Not.
well, yeah, plan B.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Because you always see it online and you're thinking that it's hard to get to. No one's going to
See if I
be
can
there.
find the picture.
That's why I appreciate TikTok sometimes when they'll show you the serene photos of a vacation place that you must get to, like so somewhere in Greece, and then the reality of it is you're just like,
oh yeah.
it's taking like 10 minutes to walk like 300 feet.
Packed. There's no ice in the soda.
Yeah.
Your mom is screaming at you.
Like, look how beautiful and serene that whole thing looks. Like, we're like vibing.
Oh, yeah.
But then this is actually it.
Nightmare.
Wow.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
I love that. And check out Laura's Instagram so you can see her photo.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah, come
Instagram
through.
handle.
Yeah, you don't want that because then you're just going to have like guys in tank tops with dad bods in the background.
I was also exactly, and I was like, I do want to enjoy it myself. You know,
Yeah, the
part of it is
privacy
for
of it, yeah.
me to have a nice
Yeah.
experience with the vibe, and this is not the vibe.
Yes.
Right.
I'm glad I went to that beach. Like, it was hilarious.
I can't believe it has that many people on
So
it.
many people.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love the truth.
Yeah.
The truth behind the engagement was that there was a man sunning himself immediately in front of you.
Yeah, but then the other beach was a lot more calm because it was
Yeah.
part of the resort that we were staying at. Thank God.
Oh, well,
but there was definitely a man
congratulations.
sunning himself. I would insist on that.
Do you have any fears of like tsunami while you were there?
No, but
what- I
I
just
definitely thought more about that after.
Where you're just like, what?
That could just
The water's receding quite a bit, isn't it? Like I would just think that the whole entire time.
It happened in, what was it, 2004?
Yeah.
Or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So tragic. Yeah, you could, I mean, there's
And nobody
nothing
knew.
stopping.
Yeah.
It
that
just
it could
happens.
just happen. Yeah.
Yep.
Wild.
But I live in New York, so
Yeah.
it's like, what are the odds that that's where the big tragedy hits
Yeah.
me?
Yes.
You know, it's going to be here. It's for sure.
It's a once in a lifetime trip. It's really incredible
It
to
was
do
great.
that. And so,
Yeah,
what's your
going back next year? I'm just kidding.
yeah.
I live there now. What's
I
your
bought.
What's your top other things that you did there that you loved?
Oh man.
Did you do like? I know I had a friend go and she went to like the elephant sanctuary
Oh,
and
yes.
you know the ethical elephant.
When I tell you
Petting.
how much effort went into figuring out what qualified as an ethical elephant encounter,
I know.
very
I think
loose,
it's tricky,
right?
right?
It's like organic food.
yeah,
Yeah.
where you're like, this
Just a light.
We don't hit them.
Yeah.
this elephant hasn't been beaten every day.
Yeah.
So we did go to one where I went on Reddit because I figured Reddit's usually where people are like not fucking
Honest.
around,
Yeah.
you know? And the one that came up the most was Elephant Hills, which of course they wanted like $1 billion. I was like, oh yeah, this is,
Yeah. They're expensive.
yeah, of
they are
course.
expensive.
It turns out it's extremely expensive to not abuse animals.
yeah.
Yeah.
But worth it.
But worth it. Huge. And actually, it was really fun because basically they ran like a camp kind of situation. It was like adult camp, and we were there for 2 nights and
wow.
able to, you stay in these glamping tents.
Oh, I've always wanted to glamp.
It was great. It was
So
really
fun.
fun. There was like
Yeah.
air conditioning in my camp or my tent, and I was like, this is camping.
I don't like regular camping.
Did you have a bathroom in there?
Yeah, toilet,
Okay.
working toilet. I'm like,
okay.
camping.
Yeah.
We're
Did you
camping.
hang out with other people in the camp?
Yeah.
That's the best part sometimes is
Yeah.
finding meeting some Looney Tunes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
And
it
then
was
podcasting at night.
We kept meeting these people from New York too. So I know like a fair amount of like New Yorkers now who are that I met in Thailand. It was great. But we would like go on a hike with them, and like you had your group. You were like, I'm in Sam's group, and Sam is like the definitely not the tour gude's real name, but he's
It's like your camp counselor.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And you
fun.
group Sam. We're 32, just like it was so much fun. And so we slept in the tent. That was lovely. And then they would take us to see the elephants. And really all we could do was like feed them and then watch them take a bath.
No riding them.
Can you imagine? I'm like, what if I came on and was
That
like,
would be my first question.
I rode with the elephants. You're like, ooh.
They let us hit it with a stick.
I had a great time. I don't know. Was there any issues? Any questions? Then we did tigers. No. So we weren't really able to do anything beyond like feed them some snacks and
That's nice.
watch them take a bath.
That's
and like you could
lovely.
like take a picture and like, you know, touch their trunk if they
Yeah.
approached you. But beyond that, and we were on the other side of a fence. You could probably do this at an American zoo too, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, although some American zoos are not good. Actually, most of them.
Really?
Yeah, I think
I
like
love zoos,
really,
but I
I
hear
do
you.
too.
the
I'm
San
sure.
Diego one is good. The
Yeah.
Columbus one in Ohio randomly is good.
The Omaha Zoo is unbelievable.
Oh, really?
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Because that's where Buffett lives, Warren Buffett. And I don't know if it's like some weird shell company situation or something along those lines. I don't know if he's like funneling money
tax
through these
write-off.
animals.
Yeah. That's fine.
Something. It's something.
Wow.
This man is.
Thank you for that fun fact.
If you're
That
in
is a lady
Omaha,
journey.
go to the zoo. It's
go to the zoo.
lit
Check
for
that out.
no reason.
I went to the zoo in Palm Springs and I really liked that one as well.
Palm Springs.
Even though
love
it's
it.
Really?
not flashy, it's not like a huge kind of zoo, but
Just a nice, normal
just
zoo.
a nice zoo.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love a zoo.
Yeah.
Now, Laura, you're telling us you're into green juices and supplements. What's going on
yeah.
with the supplement journey? I'm dying to know.
I know it's part of like AG greens. I
Yes.
don't believe. I'm
I've-
not a believer in some of this.
Have you taken
No.
Okay. It was like something stinks over there.
I just feel like it doesn't move the needle that much. That's how I feel
definitely
about it.
true.
Okay.
Anything you're looking that's going to be like transform your life, it's not going to do that.
Yeah,
it's
I
not going
keep
to do.
thinking like greens should give me plastic surgery results.
Yeah,
That's what I look for in my
Yeah.
greens.
I'm still wrinkling. Why is
Yes.
this not doing it?
I'm livid.
I don't understand. I hear you. I think I've definitely gotten more into it, especially over the last couple of years. Like I used to swim competitively, like very competitively. So at that point, we were very, very big on doing supplements, but like you had to be so careful about them to make
Okay.
sure that you wouldn't fail a drug test.
Okay.
So like almost everything was just not allowed.
Everything till steroid level.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they were like, yes, do those.
Okay.
Double down.
Really? Really? Oh, I was like, wow.
No, it's not
Wow,
Russia.
you do have great
This is not
shoulders.
Russia.
So do you keep up with the regiment now as part
Oh,
of your
yeah.
like anti-aging? Like
So,
walk us through it.
In the morning, I will have, before coffee, because I like to hydrate, I will have my athletic greens, and then I will have
Okay.
a big old cup of collagen powder.
Okay.
That's been a
Okay.
recent addition, and it definitely makes my like hair and skin like grow a lot faster.
Okay.
Like not
Okay.
skin, but like nails and stuff.
Yes.
Collagen powder.
colla-
Like the vital proteins or something.
Vital proteins, I do Thorn. That's the one that's like
Okay.
Huberman would recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
I call him Hubie. That's what I like to take him down a peg.
Yeah, exactly.
I like cubes.
Hubes is good.
Thorn's pretty good products. So I do that in the morning, and then do my day, whatever. And then at night I'll do fish oil. Fish oil is
Okay.
very, very good for your brain.
Ooh,
Very good
yes.
for your
Okay,
brain.
heard
And
this.
I'm trying to not be stupid as much anymore.
Okay. I do
So we're working
TikTok.
on that.
Yeah. yeah. That's my learning.
So fish oil, and then I'll take magnesium because
I want to do magnesium, but
high
here's
key recommend.
but here's which one? Because there's
Yeah.
so didn't you do the wrong one for a while?
I was taking yes.
Poop in your ass.
Yeah, we were on a magnesium journey. I've been taking the glycinate, but I was taking the magnesium citrate, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a laxative.
It is a laxative.
What's the magnesium that we need to be taking?
Yeah.
the good
I think
one.
it's glycinate.
That's the one, that's the
I have to
sleeping
Google
one.
it every
Yeah.
single time I order a new round.
Yes, I think that the glycinate one is the one that helps you
Sleep,
relax.
right?
Relax.
Yeah. Like if you have like, do you ever get like the restless legs?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
My
think
baby
I
does.
do.
Oh, give your baby magnesium glycinate. That's just
giant pill.
They call it the Moro. It's when they get startled, which I feel like is kind of the same.
Yeah, but you know, like if you're like in
thing.
bed and you're just kind of like moving and grooving.
Moving around, you need to
Yeah.
be sedated. It's
Yeah.
like a light
Yeah.
sedative.
Relaxing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that'll help with relaxing your muscles. You'll also see that in like the magnesium soaks for the bath
Yes.
you've seen. I think that that's the same one, but it's like
Okay.
I don't think that actually does anything beyond just you taking a bath, which is relaxing. It's like soaks through the pores, and I'm like, does it?
But have you heard
I
of
know.
this spray? It's like a magnesium spray that people are like spraying on their foot, and it's
Yeah.
getting absorbed. And people rave about it.
The allegedly you can absorb through. I mean, maybe your foot's different. I don't know, but I feel like skin absorption is just. I hope it's not that effective because we live in New York. If things
Right.
are absorbing through our skin, holy,
Well,
we're in a lot of trouble, you guys.
It must be because I started a retinol,
Yeah.
and it says don't be breastfeeding if you're taking it. So
wow.
I think they
Very
just say that in
interesting.
general.
absorb maybe. And I did ask my sister-in-law who's a doctor, but
She concurred.
yeah, she concurred.
Okay.
But
Well, there you
yes,
go.
I don't know.
So you're doing
But maybe it is to be safe, I guess. I don't
just
know.
to be safe.
I think that I feel like you can't do anything when you're pregnant or breastfeeding.
No.
It sounds horrible.
Well, they were like, don't eat, salami. And we would eat hot dog, which is the same thing.
Yeah.
I ate a
like
lot
that.
of hot dogs.
That's your cheat. Yeah. You're like, I didn't drink, but I ate a lot of hot dogs.
No, that kid's fine.
yeah, he's fine.
So you're starting out athletic greens in the day, then the protein, and then at night you're doing
Collagen, athletic greens,
collagen, right.
then magnesium,
Fish oil.
Ooh, what else do I do? Sometimes vitamin D. I am so
And
low on vitamin D.
Oh, and New Yorkers I had that when with the pregnancy, I was
Really
eating
low.
a supplement. Yeah.
Giving the baby all your vitamin D.
Well, you're just not getting out enough.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I mean,
So I had a deficiency, and I think all New Yorkers have a.
because you
Yeah.
go out and then
Deficiency.
you're in the shade.
Yeah,
You're
and
like,
it's
okay.
dark at 3:30.
and it makes you unhappy. Like
Yes.
Interesting.
they talk about the seasonal depression, but I think that's broadly just a vitamin D deficiency that occurs
Yeah,
during
for
that
sure.
time.
Yeah, that's why they say in pregnancy, or when after the baby, get out. The
Yeah.
first thing in the morning is try to go for a walk with the kid.
The hell away
the
from
fuck
him.
out of
yeah.
the apartment.
You have to leave the family. Now,
I'd be
do you
happy.
do multivitamin? Do you ever do multivitamin?
I have them. I take them sometimes, but yeah.
I was into the women's, well, especially when I was on birth control and like my nutrients were being like leached from me by the hormones. I was taking the Alive, which I love it. Alive with like an exclamation mark.
Would you like to stay alive?
Okay,
Yeah.
you sold me. The women's one a day. I was on that, which is good. It's got like B vitamins and stuff, which I
You
think
want
like,
those?
folic
B vitamins are good.
those are a good
Acid
ones.
is a good one.
That's one of the ones that I don't know what that does, but I'll take it.
They did it for pregnancy. I have to tell you, what I really want is just shots of progesterone, because I felt like during pregnancy it helps with everything.
Why
Yeah,
don't we
like
do that then?
I think
skin
it causes
clear.
cancer
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good
if
reason.
with exposed to constant of it. That's why they don't. Because that's why I was like, why can't we just get a little bit injected?
Little boost.
yeah.
Yeah. But now I've heard celebrities are doing, what is it called? Like
Peptides?
HGH.
Oh, the
And it's
human growth hormone.
And
Yeah.
it's causing their face to get bigger, but it helps with the anti-aging.
Yeah, I think there's a
Interesting.
lot of. I think it's usually the people doing that are mixing a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if HGH specifically, but like definitely normal steroids will cause like the jaw.
Yeah.
like there's. I'm not going to name names, but some celebrities where you can easily tell
That
that's what's going on there
Yeah.
for sure.
Very
If you like
interesting.
compare the image of their face over time.
Yikes.
Another one that a lot of celebrities are doing. I tried this for a little bit, but I was like, what the hell is the point of this? Is the peptides.
Okay.
Which that's injectable, which I was like, I can't. I'm not about that life. Like this is too much. This is too hard. I'll take a
you
pill.
were injecting it into where?
Yeah.
Your thigh?
Thigh, or you could do your stomach, or like there's a whole bunch of different areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I
what
was
does
like,
that do,
I'm not
though?
doing surgery on myself.
right. I'm not an actual physician
I'd
over
rather
here.
just, if I was going to do that, I might as well just give myself my own Botox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just give yourself your
that
Botox. And then
sounds
you
so
do it
scary.
wrong, and then you just have like a dead
Have you
eye.
ever had bad Botox?
No, I'm still
we
holding
haven't
it.
had Botox.
We
We
You
haven't
haven't?
Botox.
Oh my god, you guys
No.
look so good.
Well, thank you.
That's why I just tell people that I get it, and then no one can know. Who knows?
You know what?
Wait,
Actually,
that's such a hack
I
right
get
there.
it.
Girl math.
I can't tell when people have Botox. Really,
Really?
I can't.
I just got Botox, so it's really strong right now.
but I can't tell.
Looks
I
good,
can
it
tell
looks good.
sometimes it causes some women to have their eyebrows raised a little bit.
So they'll do it under
Yeah.
here. Like my also these ladies are fucking savages. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to swear, but like
That's all right.
This when you go and you're like, what should I do? They rip your face apart. They're like, well, you could like lift up here and you should
Yeah.
put Botox all over. She was looking at my chin and she goes, you need Botox in your chin. I was like,
No,
what do
you
you
don't.
what do you mean?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean? It
That's
doesn't
an
move.
upsell.
Yeah, like it's a bone.
It's
Yeah.
just what are you talking
It's a
about?
fucking
Wow.
bone,
I think it's
you
called,
weirdo.
like I think it's just like
Your chin doesn't even really age.
or do anything beyond exist.
Yeah.
Stationary.
That's a wild upsell.
I
It's like
did
when you
it.
go to the
That's
nail salon and they're
unethical.
like, "Do you want us to
I mean,
wax your
shit.
eyebrows?" And you're like,
But then it causes
what?
like a new kind of
Insecurity.
insecurity. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're very
Where-
good.
That's
They're very
like when you go
talented.
waxing. Sometimes they'll be like, "Do you want?" And you're like, "Well, I didn't know that was a
Oh yeah,
fucking
Yeah.
issue."
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my
Do you
lady's
need your
always like upper lip.
Yeah.
Yes. And
And
I'm
you're
like,
like, I didn't know
ma'am.
I had a problem.
"Ma'am, get out."
yeah. Yes, I'll do that too.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm
guess
like
now.
a sucker for all that stuff.
Yeah.
So where did I go with that?
You were
yeah.
the
Injecting
injecting
peptides.
Oh, so
peptides,
injecting
yeah.
Celebrities.
peptides. That's apparently a very big thing with like celebrities right now. I never really fully understood what it was supposed to do. I guess help your energy and stuff like that. I didn't really notice.
It's just celebrities need a lot of energy.
And I
to
guess,
do what they
you
do.
know,
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
just
to eat lunch
yeah,
at
exactly.
the Grove.
My aunt was into. She was doing vitamin B12 shots, and
So that's if you're deficient, I did get vitamin D shots for a little while because I was like, they were like, you have none.
Yeah.
Well, how do you smile ever? Are you so
wow.
unhappy?
yeah, you're
And I
just
was like,
living in a cave.
Yeah. I thought that
So
was
then I
just
got
life.
a round of shots and that helped a lot.
Did you feel a difference?
Yeah, it did help. So if you're in New York in the winter, like that is when I'd be
That's-
like, maybe consider.
That's huge because I feel like we probably have a lot of seasonal affected disorder people.
I'm wondering
listening
if
to the
that,
podcast.
now I'm
Little
just
sads.
like upset that maybe
I am
all
for
the
sure.
wasted potential I had was because I didn't have vitamin D.
The
should've been taking vitamin D
It's a
shots.
perfect scapegoat.
Livid. I'm mad.
I
That's
wanna-
my problem.
That's your problem.
That's why I'm not
what it's
better
been.
at
I know.
stand-up.
I love picking something and being like, it was that.
Oh yeah,
I think that's my hobby.
I think I was just dehydrated for a while. You know?
Now we want to talk about. You just purchased a home,
Yes.
so you chose to buy outside of New York.
Yeah. I don't know if you know, but in New York,
Expensive.
it's expensive.
Well,
little
you're buying to
expensive.
rent because you also have an extreme property taxes that you
Yes.
have to pay.
Yes.
And sometimes in the city, like if you do a co-op, you have building fees.
Always.
And sometimes you don't even get a say. It's just been voted and you can get outvoted.
I mean, the building
yeah.
fees, even in like our building, I think the fees are like $1,600 a month, and it's an old building.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you guys doing?
I would never. I think owning in New York is like so scary.
And also you don't know what the city's going to be like in 30 years. You know,
Right. Yeah.
So you
or when the rats will rise.
yeah,
Yeah,
right. You
and
know,
take
they're
over.
coming. They're
They
coming.
are.
They could.
But you went to Austin.
So I went to Austin. I lived there for a really long time.
Well, Austin's getting pricey too. 'Cause
It
that
is,
I looked
but-
at houses there, and you're like, "Fuck." My brothers live there, and
Oh, what part?
I forget.
Like near downtown
Yeah,
or like
in the
okay.
center. Area.
Oh, great. Okay,
Yeah.
then it's definitely going to be expensive.
Well, they were meant to buy. It was like over COVID, it doubled. It felt like.
It definitely
And my
got more
brother
expensive.
should have bought like 5 years ago, and he could have, but he was thinking that it was going to get
Well,
cheaper, and it didn't.
we did the
And it
same
never
equation.
does.
It never does.
We did that equation when I got there in 2009.
Yeah.
Wow.
My parents
Okay.
are like, we paid rent? Or what are we stupid?
Yeah,
why did we
right.
like help? Why didn't we just buy something and go from there?
Yeah.
Did you go to school there? You
Yeah, I went
school?
to UT and then
Okay.
I lived, that's where I swam and trained for a long time.
Okay.
So that's part of the reason I like, I already knew the city. I
Yeah.
knew the
And
layout.
now
I
it's
knew
got a
like what
decent
the
comedy
areas
scene.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
great-
comedy scene there is like, if I go down for 2 weeks, like it, you
Stage
can
time.
still do stage time.
That's
It's not
right.
like you're like in Omaha. Actually,
Right,
Omaha
right.
probably has a decent scene at this
And you
point
could
too.
do
but-
stage time at the zoo.
yeah,
some time at the
yeah. You guys like bananas?
Yeah. I think it's a great idea to buy a house outside of New York for our New York listeners. I mean, you want to not have all of your money in like stocks, bonds, whatever,
Yeah.
that it can just like be subject to whatever the financial collapse that's coming imminently. I
Yeah.
hear every time I get on TikTok, they're like, it's coming. I'm like, no.
I thought we were already here.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Like, what if you fixed it?
Yeah.
How did you get from like, okay, maybe I should buy a house in Austin? Like, were you just like Zillow-ing? Like, what
Yeah.
was the
the process.
yeah.
I know it was hard. It was a lot harder than I thought. So part of the reason we wanted it is because I think I went down there like 6 times last year, and I just kept staying at friends and stuff like that. And I was like, this is getting a little intrusive on people's lives.
Okay.
So then we had looked a little bit in New York and decided that this is just too stressful of a market to purchase in. And then we were like, why don't we get a place down there and we can rent it when we're not there and then go and like, use it as vacation homes. It makes it sound like way like bougier than it is.
Right.
You know, because it's not.
I'm vacationing.
I'm vacationing. It's a 1 bedroom. Like it's
an investment property.
Yeah, I guess we call it an investment property. And yeah, so it's been, we got a realtor. I know a lot of people there too. So like I was able to do it. Like I have many, like all of my friends there.
The good areas and the bad areas.
Know the good areas.
Yeah.
We bought in Travis Heights, which is like it has like good schools and stuff.
Okay.
If we want to eventually be like, yeah, we totally live in this 1 bedroom apartment with our 3 kids. They should go to the school district. So it's we had to get a realtor. Thankfully, I knew a girl who like had a run that she really recommended, so we went with her. Then one of my old teammates like sells like insurance now, so I was able to get my insurance through her.
Nice.
We had to find one that like allowed short-term rentals because they're very strict on that, which has worked out because we were able to find a place that was like in this complex that's basically meant for it, and it's been there for a long time. So I didn't feel like I was like plucking a single family home off like away from a needy family. It's,
you're doing a condo,
you wouldn't be-
right?
It's a 1 bedroom condo. Like who's living? It's a glorified hotel room. Which is fine. It's perfect for what we're trying to do and for people who are coming briefly, but no family is living there.
Good.
So
that's great.
Which helped.
I like the ethical considerations.
We try.
It didn't even occur to me. Yeah.
Well, I think about that. We went to Ecuador, and I was like, oh, nowadays, like everything can be done online and all that stuff. I was like, if I was working and had to be online working, I would move here. But then you're like, this is why places go expensive and you drive it out for the locals.
Yeah,
It's stuff like that you have
gentrifying a third world country where you're like, hi, I'm doing
great.
TikToks.
Yeah. But
Wanna
it
be
is
in the
stuff that I feel like people should think about.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
No, absolutely. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure, the perfect world, we would definitely move down there. But, we're spending a lot of time. I don't know.
You're here.
But I'm
You're
kinda
here.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Austin's not really a place that I feel like you're outputting a lot of, especially
It's a
certain
lot of
areas
tech bros.
of it.
Like they'll be fine.
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
Well, it's great. I mean, it is great getting a house, and then who knows what the future is, but it's like you're in a good area. That's the important thing.
Yeah.
It's a 1 bedroom, so you can flip it, you can sell it.
Yep. And it's within walking of like all the really cool stuff, like South Congress, like a 5-minute walk and
South
stuff.
Congress, yeah.
Yeah. It's like right, where the main, like all the shops are. If
I'm
you just go
pretty jealous.
down.
I just like Texas.
Go stay.
I just love Texas.
Oh my gosh, Austin. Austin
like
is a cute
queso.
town.
Yeah.
I love queso. I love margaritas.
I love margaritas. I love barbecue.
Barton Springs is great.
Barton Springs. I went to ACL last year. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I had fun.
It was great.
That's
It was
great.
a
And
delight.
so do you have your house out on Airbnb now? Is it
Yeah,
just
we have
out
like
there?
a management company who runs the whole thing.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
God.
very helpful.
I
Very
mean, it would be
helpful.
impossible
I
otherwise.
would
Yeah.
be- some people have been like, why don't you Airbnb this space? And I'm like, I
It's
don't.
not allowed.
First of all, even if it was, I would feel really bad putting my neighbors in a weird situation with strangers coming in
For
and
sure.
out. But I also get so nervous of having strangers stay in my place because I remember having a family member telling me when they're distant cousins from Australia when they stayed here and they were smoking inside the B&B and I was like, you're a fucking asshole.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's why it's nice to have like a third party who just kind of is in charge of all that. And there's like insurance and stuff. And just,
Oh, that's great.
And then I've also
Just take
heard
care of-
horror stories. I feel like I'm the Debbie Downer of the podcast, but that's fine.
That's your
You're
role.
like athletic greens? No.
Well, I've also heard like a horrible situation where people end up squatting in your home that
Yeah.
it takes like 30 days to get
Yes.
every
them out.
paperwork to get them out.
Yeah.
And it's a
Not,
nightmare.
not in Texas.
But
Yeah, that's the best part about Texas. You can shoot out. Yeah.
Well, I love the management company. I didn't know that was a thing you could do, but that's very.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a game changer. If you're like now you have somebody else handling it,
Oh, it's huge.
and they have the resources and the time and,
and
energy
they're
to
local.
deal with that.
They're
Yeah.
able to really manage that. And then when we want to go down there, we just block it off.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
so
on
great.
the calendar. It is a little annoying because like they're like if it gets rented before you decide to come, like sorry.
SOL.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
kinda.
Yeah.
So-
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You have to be on
Gosh.
top of it, which has been kind of funny, it's been doing well, which is nice, but we're like, okay.
Did you
Guess we've got to like,
Did you decorate it yourself? You did like
Well,
little
that was another thing I was going to say. That is hard to do.
Yeah.
It's a commitment.
It's hard.
Decor is
Yeah.
a challenge. We say it every episode. We say it every
Decor is a
single
challenge.
episode.
It's a long-term journey.
I have
It
to go
is.
down there and paint a wall.
Oh boy.
Never painted a wall. I live in New York. That's the one thing
I
about
know.
renting is you don't paint much.
Yeah.
I say higher. I say higher.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna try.
higher.
I'm like, might as well give it a go
Give
because
it
I've
a
never done it.
try. Yeah.
Okay. What are you thinking?
I don't know. Any
Drama?
ideas? Maybe.
I have no idea.
It's
I don't know
pretty-
what you should go for.
It's,
I say neutral.
you say
do
neutral.
neutral.
Like
Do
currently
neutral.
it's white covered in like it has marks on it. So it needs to be
Okay.
painted. It needs to be
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
cleaned
yeah.
up.
Go with an eggshell.
Maybe an eggshell.
Maybe a little beige. Oh my god. I'm so beige. Beige does something to me. Oh. Am I a lawyer?
Yeah. Well, that's very millennial of
love
us.
it. Yeah,
we love
yeah.
like a
Or
muted.
bring back sponge painting, which we've talked
maybe
about.
I'll
my god,
sponge paint
sponge
it.
paint it.
So
Yes.
so that's on my calendar for the next probably in like March or April or something.
Well,
We'll
get
go down
your
for like 2 weeks. And
Pinterest board going.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
You
gotta,
know, I
you
don't
need
do
to plan.
Pinterest.
I
Oh,
love
it's the best.
Pinterest is so good for stuff like that because
Well, then
you
maybe I
take a
should get-
room
I
that you
should get on
like
there.
and then you start trying to buy objects that you find in the room that you like.
Oh, that's smart. I
Yeah.
should do that.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming on,
Thanks for
Laura.
having me.
Yeah,
What
Can
a-
you
Thank you.
tell everybody where to find you? What's your hashtag? What's your
Yes, I have a podcast with a very funny comedian, May Planner. It's called Risque Business News, where we'd
I
love to have you
love
guys.
that.
We're trying
Yes.
to organize
Yes,
that
we
at some
want to.
point.
I love the kind of stuff that you guys talk about.
Oh, it's so fun. We just shit on like really, really, really rich people and then talk about this poop scrappings video. Actually, that story would be perfect because working ladies got to pay the bills somehow.
Yes, yes.
So really anything vaguely related with money we talk about, which is fun. And then you can just follow me online. I do stand up all over the country, wherever will literally have me occasionally, Hawaii, Thailand, etc. At Laura Sogar. And yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you,
joining. This
Laura.
has been a delight.
thanks for having me. You
Lady
guys are so
Journey.
fun.
Lady Journey.